Hello, this is Gator Puppet,
and Mac the Shark.
and we're here with another Gator Shark movie review. And, Mac, why exactly are you here again? I mean, what do you actually add to these movie reviews?
Viewers, every time I'm in one of your videos, the views go way up, and my Despicable Me review did better than any of your solo reviews.
Yeah, and nobody watched your Jaws review.
Why don't you just get on with your analysis, reptile?
Well, this week we take a look at Predators, and I saw this movie in one of those old-type movie theaters. There was no stadium seating, and I couldn't feel the AC at all. I mean, I think next time I'll just pay a little bit more for those creature comforts. Plus, I think Andre the Giant was sitting in the seat in front of me.
Well, I saw the movie just fine. I was sitting behind his kid. Now, do you want to talk about the movie, or do you want to review the movie theater?
Well, fittingly enough, we have two Predators this week, reviewing the movie Predators. Now, just a warning, this review may have a few spoilers. I'll try to limit this, but it's all up to you whether or not to continue watching. Anyway, the movie starts with Adrien Brody and most of the rest of the cast dropping out of the sky and finding themselves on an alien planet, learning more and more about it as they go. Now, the Brody character is not the most likable hero. He isn't really a nice guy. He will do something despicable, then he'll do something kind of heroic. It's kind of like the writers couldn't really make him incredibly likable or hateable. They kind of wanted it both ways here.
Now, the other characters are just stock characters for an action movie. They have a Russian, Yakuza member, a female, and a doctor or scientist character who seems to specialize in whatever the movie needs him to specialize in any particular scene.
Yeah, he was played by Topher Grace, and I didn't know going into this that he was in the movie. That might have been enough for me to give it a downvote right off the bat after the way he messed up the Venom character in Spider-Man 3 a couple years ago.
Lawrence Fishburne is also in the movie, but just barely. This character only seems to be there to serve the purpose of giving the main characters more information about the alien planet they are on.
Well, before we give our votes, let me take a guess. You're going to be downvoting this movie because there are no sharks in it.
On the contrary, Smiley, this movie reminds us there are all types of predators. The ones in this movie toy with the humans, playing mind games on them. This is definitely not a kiddie movie, and shows the savagery and gruesomeness of the hunter. Definitely an upvote for me.
Whoa, that's a bigger twist than anything in the movie. Now, the decision's kind of tough for me. I'm kind of on the fence. The dialogue wasn't anything special with Brody's standard action hero dialogue, which really doesn't have any memorable lines. The forced comedy in some of the scenes really didn't make me laugh at all. The movie had an interesting setup, but a good bit of the plot seems like it's kind of standard for an action movie. Now, I didn't see either of the Alien versus Predator movies, so I can only really compare it to the first two. Now, the first was a classic that invented the whole franchise, and the second I really don't remember that much about. I think I'll give it a marginal downvote. It's kind of standard, doesn't really reinvent the genre. It tries to cash in on an established series of movies, but yet again, it isn't really horrible. It's just kind of mediocre. So if you're a really big action fan or a really big Predator fan, I'd say you might want to take a look at it in a matinee. Otherwise, I say just wait and rent it. This has been Gator Puppet for Mac the Shark, and this has been a Gator Shark movie review.